Hi, good morning. My name is Ian. I am the market center. I'm one of the market center tech trainers for Keller Williams. So again, good morning. So should we start, Danny?
Yeah, so why don't you tell us what the class is today? Go ahead and remind
Yes.
us.
So the class is about email campaigns. What I will be doing is I'll be teaching you how to create an email campaign via design and how to send it from campaigns in command. And I'll be sharing my screen. Can you guys see my screen? All right, thank you. So I tend to talk fast sometimes, so just let me know if I'm speaking too fast. All right. Right. So again, this is KW Command. We are in the dashboard. Let me minimize this. And for us to create an email campaign, first is we're going to click on designs. This is the third applet from the bottom. Okay, so what we will do once we click on design is we will be brought here to this page, and let's click on create design. And for the time being, I will select email and hit on continue. So what I will choose is classic newsletter. So I've clicked on this and then I'll choose next. And we will be brought to a page where we can see that we can start editing. So first, I would say that we rename this newsletter demo. And if you can see, there would be times where you would see an icon like this, which looks like a broken image. So just a heads up, this will auto-populate later, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you wanted to, let's say, edit this, the headline, what you just need to do is to click on the headline copy box and then click on the pencil icon, and it would give you the option to edit it. So right now it says headline copy. Let's change it to, let's say, headline demo. And I will be mentioning this a lot. So after you make some changes, once you're done, you always need to click on this done button here so that the changes would take effect. So if you can see, it changed into headline demo from headline copy. And then moving on, for this link copy button, it's actually the same. So you just need to click on the link copy button and then hit on the pencil icon. So what I will do is I will change this into my agent page. And then if you can see the drop down here, I'll change it into a web address. And what I will do next is I will open a new command window. And once I'm logged in there, I'll click on consumer. I'll choose site and app settings, and I'll go to URL. Okay, so this will be my URL. What I'll do is I will paste it, but I need to type in the HTTPS first, then followed by .kw.com. So I'm kind of satisfied with the width, height, and the font and the color. So what I'll
Just
just,
before, sorry to interrupt, just before you move on, you can change that information right there if you want to, the width, the height, the font family, and then the background color of that button if you want to. So you can change that here if you want to, and you can change the border from square to rounded shape if you want to as well.
Thank you, Danny. So like what she said, you have the option to edit those. So I've selected rounded. So what I'll do now is I'll click on done. So when I click on this later, when I preview, what will happen is it will bring me to my agent page. And same goes for here. You have the option to edit that as well. And like when I mentioned earlier, this icon here where it shows like a broken image, this will auto-populate later.
Yeah, actually, so on that note, that is going to auto-populate, and the other information next to it within the straight lines with the stars, that info is all going to auto-populate from your marketing profile in Command. And same with the very, very bottom, that Market Center logo and the Market Center info at the bottom. And that's actually our legal footer. So you don't want to delete any of that information. In fact, it may not let you send this email out without that information.
Thank you. So for this, it's basically almost the same with what we had earlier. If you click it, it shows here my download my app. So basically what this means is when you have your unique app link from your consumer app, you can just paste it using what I did earlier. Choose web address and then just type in or paste the unique app link that you got. So it's basically the same. And of course, you have the option to change these details like the width, the position, height, background color, and if you wanted the border type to be square or rounded.
Also, you can find that app link on that same web page that Ian already navigated to previously to find your subdomain. So Ian's website subdomain. He doesn't have a unique app link since he's not a licensed agent, but that's the page where you would find that, your app link.
Right. Thank you. And so for this, we also have the option to send a test email, preview, and download the template. So for now, what I will do is I'm going to send a test email to I'll send it to my KW email. Oh, sorry. And here's the test email template. Like what I mentioned earlier, when we click on the agent page, it will bring me to my agent page, which is this one. And as what Danny mentioned, since I don't have a unique app link, let's pretend that I did. And when I click on this, it would bring you guys to, or it would give you my unique app link. And okay, so once we're done, what we can do is we can choose save and exit so that we can now move forward and send it via campaigns. So first is we click on campaigns, and then we can choose create campaign. I'll choose email, and for the time being, I will use other, and I will be using command email. So I've ticked this, and I'll click on create campaign. Oh, sorry, I forgot to type the name of the campaign. So let's say this will be a demo campaign. And once we've done that, we will be forwarded or brought to this page. And as you can see, the campaign name is demo campaign. Next is it will be sent out from this email address. And this is a part where we can select where we would like to send it to. So I'm going to click on create list. And for now, I'll use demo as a list name. And then I'll choose on all of these. And then we can also filter it via tags. So what I will do is I will choose a test and lead tag and then hit confirm. And you have the option to see where it would be sent from. And of course, the subject of the email, let's say I will use demo newsletter. And for the last part is we would have to select the design that we would use, we would like to use. So I will be using the newsletter demo. And when we get to this part, of course, we will still have the option to edit it. But let's say that we're satisfied with what we have. What we just need to do is to, of course, choose save and exit. But you can still also preview and do another send test email. So for now, what I will do is I'll choose preview. And this is how it would look like.
You can
And
also make any last changes if you want to on that previous screen.
thank you. So I'll X out of this. And then I can choose save and exit. Now, after this, what will happen is you would have the option to send it right away, or you can actually schedule it. So if you want to schedule it, you just need to click on the schedule button and choose the specific date that you would like to send it. So let's say I'd like to schedule it tomorrow. I choose the 23rd. And of course, let me scroll down. Let's say I'm satisfied with this time. You have the option to change the time, by the way. So apply date and time. Let's say 8 in the morning. And hit schedule. So what will happen is this will automatically send the email campaign on the specific time that I selected.
Awesome.
So that's it for email campaigns. Danny, Matt, would you like to add anything else?
Yeah. Can I take control of your screen?
I'll stop sharing my screen then.
No, keep sharing. I'm gonna take control.
Okay.
Okay, so after your campaign is sent, it'll tell you here how many were successfully sent. Right here, how many people opened, how many people clicked, and how many bounces. Let's see. So another place, this is new and I'm not sure if this is just for me in beta, but I think under reports and emails, yep, it's live. So after the email is sent, you can come here and view all your emails for the month of September and view just the general usage. So how many people clicked, undelivered, opened, replied, unsubscribed, marked as spam. Actually, let's see. I guess it might be in beta that I can see who it was here. So, but this is going to be launched really soon. Right now, it's just saying the usage, but being able to see actually what names opened is coming very, very soon. So you will want to check this for updates, especially if you're watching the recording at some date in the future. Okay, so going back to campaigns.
And Danny, also to that point, you can also go into your contacts, and under contacts, you can sort by last activity, and it will put all the people who opened an email at the top. So if you recently active, so if you sort by recently active, it will show you everybody who also looked at an email or a market update, a monthly neighborhood nurture, any of those type of emails, which is good because then those are people that you know have been actively looking at real estate.
Great. Another thing we didn't go over is actually adding elements to the email. I'm going to go back to Ian's newsletter demo, and I'm just going to take a look at these content blocks with you. So if you do want to add one of these to the email, all you have to do is click on it and drag it over to where you want it to go. Now that kind of inserted it in a funky spot. So you can kind of just drag it around, and where the green line puts it is where it's going to go. You can click edit, and here's where I can actually, insert that image and change the width and the height, position on the page. Okay, I'm going to actually delete that. Another question that some people ask is about video. Can you use a video in your email? So it's kind of a complicated answer, so we're going to talk about that right now. So though there is this video widget or content block, videos can't actually be embedded in emails. And what you'll do is post the video on some place like YouTube, and then this requires a URL, and it will generate a thumbnail, or you can add a thumbnail. All of the videos that I personally upload to YouTube already have a thumbnail image that is basically like a cover. So I'd be able to enter my YouTube URL, and then basically, it's going to display with the play button. But when people click it in my email, it's going to take them to YouTube to watch the video, because there is not a way for the video to actually be played from within my email. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. That's how videos could be used. Matt, would you like to add anything?
I don't have anything additional. I know that outside of doing it like a newsletter type email, I've also tried to make like a smart plan. So using emails in a smart plan, but I'm still a work in progress. Danny's been helping me on it to do. So like when someone gets into escrow, it can send them like a new email every week with different things that they need to do. So like, for example, hey, don't forget, now that you're in escrow, you need to start shopping for homeowners insurance. And hey, don't forget, to schedule movers. And so I made one that kind of goes every week over a 4-week period, sending different information to them. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on a second.
Do you want me to stop sharing?
Yeah, I haven't worked on it as much as I should have, but I'm going to try and show it to you all under smart plans.
Yeah, so like Matt's saying, another way you can send out an email design is through a smart plan. So that is an alternative. Of course, if you just want this email to be a one-off, like you're sending your listing to everyone in your database, you should probably use campaigns for that. And that way, again, you can see who all has opened, the number of people who've opened your emails, the number of unsubscribes, and all of that related to that email campaign, which you can't see at this point in smart plans.
So right here, I made this buyer in escrow. And if I hit edit, I can show you what they look like. They're super simple, but so like the first one goes, congratulations, and preview design. So it says, congratulations. It's got my little logo at the top. Talks about how my TC will be reaching out to them and helping them coordinate everything. Obviously, throughout the process, I'll be following up with next steps. So that's like the first email. And I haven't actually used this for any clients yet. I need to. So right now it only has a day between each of them because I send them to Danny. And I would more than likely have these set up every 5 to 7 days. So then there's one about home inspections. And it talks about why home inspections are important. Obviously, you know, some of the challenges you face on this is that, like, if a client had written an offer without any inspections, then they may get this email and be like, why are you sending this to me? So I need to kind of adjust the verbiage and just speak to that. Or I could potentially do this on a separate smart plan if they didn't have that. Homeowners insurance, obviously everyone needs homeowners insurance. So I connected this to, you know, pretty much saying, hey, you know, you're going to be buying a home. You'll be required for this by your lender to close escrow. Obviously, there's an exception if they're paying all cash, they wouldn't have to have that to close escrow, but they would still need homeowners insurance at some point. And then it connects them to Keller Covered. So they can go to Keller Covered, which is our partner company that has a bunch of different quotes they can get from different insurance companies on homeowners insurance. So I have that email. I have this one, home movers. So I made all these in design. So as you can see, it kind of made them consistent with a different little logo at the top that has a different icon. So they all kind of look consistent. And then this one says movers, time to start packing. It has all these links to different San Francisco movers that they can use. And then of course at the bottom, it's going to have my image, my information, our market center information, just like we were showing earlier. And then I have one on utilities. So transferring your utilities, because everyone obviously needs to move their gas, water, all that type of stuff into their name. So provide all the links to that. So it's kind of like a cool way to automate information that you would normally be sending to your clients individually, but to automate it so that you don't need to. This last one would be after escrow closes. So like week 5, that you'd love their feedback. And here's the links to all the places where they could potentially give me a review about my services, and also asking them if they know anyone else to send me a referral, and that would be great. So this is just another way you can use emails and command to really automate your business and I think leverage it for things that you're currently doing manually. You may be talking to your clients about this, you might be texting them about these items, or you may be emailing them separately. But by setting up a smart plan and using email templates, you're able to kind of streamline the process so that once someone gets into escrow, you just add them to the smart plan and all those steps would come out automatically. So anyone have any questions on that? Okay.
So I have a quick question. The emails that you clicked in that we previewed, that you just previewed for us, you created those first, and then when you're creating the smart plan, you select a specific one?
Correct. Yeah. So you make them in design. So you make I made all 5 of those. And then then you add them. So in smart plans, let me share again, you would just be going So if I wanted to add a step, for example, let me just go down here and say, add an email. So then here I would click on designs and select the design. And these are all the templates that are out there that KWR is. If you go to my design templates, I can add them. So I could even add, I would love to add this Homes by Matt home anniversary email. The challenge that is faced with that is that you can't do, Danny, do you remember what the longest delay you can have on a smart plan? I think it's only 30 days, right?
I think it might be 15. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, so if I do add delay, I can see here. Yeah, so maximum of 30 days. Yeah. So obviously I would love to have this delay that I could do it, 365 days later. So as soon as they closed escrow, or actually I guess I would need to do minus a month pretty much to get that, because this smart plan pretty much starts when they go into escrow. So you would have to assume a 30-day escrow. That's the other challenge you're faced with. That's why, you know, you need to keep in mind is like sometimes you have longer escrows, sometimes you have shorter escrows. So you would just need to keep that in mind. But I built this whole thing out based off of, you know, a standard 30-day escrow, which is probably about what 80% of my clients have. So.
Okay. Thanks for elaborating on that.
Sure. Apparently, I don't know why this is I keep deleting it keeps leaving it there. Any other questions?
Well, I had another question, but maybe this is for Danny. I see that you have 5,000 emails per month, and there's an upgrade plan. Can you talk about that? Not that I'm foresee sending 5,000 emails right now, but
yeah, it's not 5,000 emails, it's 5,000 sends. So it's more based on the number of recipients and emails. Like, so let's say I send one email to 200 people, then that is 200 out of my 5,000 that I get per month for free from command mail.
Okay, I understand that. And then after that, what are the plans?
I honestly am not sure. You can click that and then see, or I think you can go to the marketplace and find out. But yeah, there is some cost to it if you want to do more than that.
Okay.